pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.
Hey, good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's Saturday, October 13th. No broad day.
No broad day.
So,
broad day.
if you got on a bra right now, just take it off.
Okay, I'm about
Just pop it
to.
off.
I'm about to.
No, wait. Not you.
Okay.
Everybody else. No offense.
None taken.
Anyway, guys, good afternoon. It's 3 p.m. in the British Virgin Islands. You're here with Pulse VI on Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. You guys hear something else?
No.
Kind of, sort
A
of.
little bit.
Oh, I heard it myself. We're hearing ourselves. Sorry.
Oh.
That's
Because
my
he's
fault.
playing the thing.
Sorry.
I apologize in advance.
Yes, you did.
I'm just saying.
So what's up? We're here in the rain. We made it.
Barely.
Barely.
I don't know. I'm not a big... I think I've said this multiple times. I'm not a big fan of leaving or doing anything once it rains. I feel like we all ought to be in our house.
So, yeah, regular tattoo person.
I was just gonna say that because
BVI, sorry.
boy,
Regular
yeah,
BVI
we
person.
don't like to leave the house when it's raining at all.
I mean, what's the point? You're getting out to get wet.
BVI people that treat rain like acid. It's like, once it rain, I ain't going nowhere.
Listen,
That's it. Show
listen.
cancel.
I mean,
Listen.
because... Why not?
My mom called at 9. It's raining. You're not going to town. Like, Ma, I have a...
Your mom even live here?
Thank you. I'm like, someone download WhatsApp on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my nephew. And she has some friends that keep sending her stuff, and they sent her
videos.
all these pictures.
Yeah.
So, she calls, and then when I pulled into Binter, she called again. You can't drive Joe's Hill. There's cars washing down Joe's Hill. I'm like, Ma.
Social life, a gift on a cause.
She said
Gift on a
someone
cause.
sent her picture. I'm like, Ma. Joe's Hill, cars washing down. I mean,
It's not kind of...
Yeah.
It's not that bad yet. No.
my mom. Love you, Mom. Love you. She's a true Tertullian mother, though. I'm telling you, no matter how old they get, they think their kids are kids. Well, Virgin Islands mother.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, they just think their kids are kids forever. Like, Ma, I have
Well,
a
isn't that everywhere?
25-year-old.
I think that's moms everywhere.
Every single
In their own
I'm
way.
quite sure most moms ain't call their daughters twice for the day and tell them not to leave the house.
True.
Well, I think my mother, what she did, she texted saying, I've sent them the pictures, the videos you guys sent. I say, oh, Tortola's flooding. And then she side messages me on the side outside the group chat, has the house flooded?
Well, I mean,
Has
Like, do you want to
That's
find out about your
important.
child
Wait,
first?
has a house flooded?
I mean, I had like a little minor leak, and of course it was in my room, but it was like a little drop. It wasn't
Oh, she went but I
anything
think your
major.
room. She went but I.
Yeah, and I told her that, and she never replied.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
That's proof.
that's not right.
The proof is in the not in text back.
well, you said it was minor, so. Yeah.
I didn't tell her it was minor. I just said
you
it
didn't
flooded
sound
in my room.
You didn't sound like it was bad, so.
That's not the point.
She's a mom. And you know I'm a mom, so I'm going to side with mom.
But you're saying it regardless
still
of,
her
of
child.
what she knows or not.
Still her child. She's not supposed to ask about her house. She's supposed, how are you? Are you
okay?
keeping well?
It's just rain, Winter.
That's what I
thunder.
said.
There was thunder earlier.
It wasn't any wind.
There was also lightning.
There was
You
some
wasn't
bad
outside?
lightning,
I
yeah.
don't like thunder and lightning.
You were inside.
Okay, the point is.
Point is, you're gonna be all right inside.
Anyway.
But we had some flooding in Rotown, but I think it's subsided
eased.
now.
Yes,
it's
it
eased
has.
down
It
now.
has.
They cleaned the gut, although they should have cleaned the gut yesterday. But
Who
they
cleaned the gut?
The minister and his crew.
They cleaned
Yeah.
the gut.
Right here at the fire station, they were out
Ah,
today. It was clogged.
nice.
It was blocked. That's why all here was flooded.
Okay.
So they were there.
And I think, for
yes,
me, they
there's some
went
photo ups on
around.
Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
They went around and they actually, a couple of weeks ago, they've been cleaning out the guts, like slowly and surely. They've been clearing out the
Well,
guts.
they have to. This is the rainy season coming
Yeah.
upon
Yeah.
us. So
November is
So
usually
if you
a
see
war
like
somebody.
Yeah.
like if you see all the guts in Huntom's gut and like Johnson's gut, they have cleared those. So I guess they missed a couple,
Okay.
which they probably need to.
yeah, this
on
one
top
is
of
one
it
of the
now.
worst though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have some
Yeah.
work to do, but we commend the people that are trying
Working.
to get us there.
Yes.
Yes.
In a much faster pace.
Yes. If you say
You guys
so.
are terrible.
Yeah. If you see. Yeah.
Amen.
You guys are terrible people.
Hey.
Hey.
Let me just say that much. Y'all are bad.
No, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting
getting
there.
Hi, how was your
Right.
week, you guys?
The week. It was okay. Yeah. That's all I could say.
Yeah. I had a rough week.
You
Really?
did?
How?
My week wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't the greatest.
Okay.
It was-
It wasn't even
sorry.
close to good.
Really?
It wasn't even okay, to be honest. It
Oh,
was terrible.
wow.
But here we
Okay,
are.
next week is gonna be better. Let's just speak it into
Optimism.
existence.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better.
Great.
My week sucked too, but it's whatever. Oh, this was a cool thing for my job. We had a breakfast forum this week, and
Yeah,
we
I
had
missed it.
CCT Flow and Digicel all in the same room to talk about.
Did they get stoned?
There
Oh,
was
sorry.
one person who basically came and said, I mean, y'all had a great speech, basically saying
Mm-hmm.
everyone did a good job here, but you're still not
Can you
addressing
deliver?
addressing the customer
issue,
service,
right.
all these service issues that we're
Yeah.
having, not taking a million years to kind of fix our issues. And I have to commend all of them for kind of, at least putting themselves out there and coming together for the first time. All three, you don't normally
Yeah.
see all three of them together in the same place.
Right.
And they tried to help out. It's a sales piece. They get to make some, I guess, clients or whatever there.
Wait. What was the purpose of this gathering?
Basically, what it was called effective telecommunications for BVI corporate services.
Yeah.
So lately we've had a lot of basically businesses in the financial services saying that they haven't been getting the proper
It's been
service.
poor.
Yeah, it's poor, and then
It's horrible.
that's not good, especially when you have global companies in the BVI, people
Yeah.
servicing clients all over the world. It's not, it's not helping our business.
The response time has been really,
Yeah,
really slow.
and then we want to
Yeah.
get into fintech, more into fintech and cryptocurrencies and stuff like that.
And
we need better telecommunications for that. So that's kind of where it came from, essentially.
Okay, so now what came out of this meeting?
Oh, this was.
I mean,
That's what we're waiting
love
on.
that guy.
no, like it
He
was
knows the
just
next question.
No, what the purpose of the meeting is not for us to say, okay, this is what we're gonna do next, because it doesn't work that way. We all know it doesn't work that way. It creates a platform where people come and say, these are my problems. How can you fix this particular problem?
they already knew the problems.
I know, but if you have somebody out there telling you basically to your face, the head of the company telling you, this is what I have, this is how long it's been, these are the issues I've had to go behind and go to your parent of the to do these. So you had some of them stay back and speak to these persons who came up and said, I have these issues. So they did go and they did speak to these people and try to say, this is how I can help. This is what I would recommend. It's not going to be easy. And I liked how transparent they were. They're like, we know how we are. We know how things are.
You know what? In this situation, and this is just my opinion, I'm not gonna be that guy,
Okay.
the swing show, the regular guy, and bash them for doing it. Because you know what? At least they made a step forward.
I agree there.
At least they came together
I
to
agree.
at least hear from the public, hear from the TRC. The TRC, right?
No.
No.
TRC wasn't. It was just.
It was just
three.
the three.
So the TRC was not there.
We
No.
had them in the audience, but
Should I take back my
I mean,
okay, I just want to say that it's commendable that they came forward, especially together. We can easily bash them. We can easily come up with all the faults of why it didn't work or why it it's not going to work. But at least they came together, and at least we're making some kind of foot forward. So I commend you guys for that. I have nothing to say on the issue because we've been complaining for years. It's
For
been
years.
too long. It's been way too long.
years.
and what I noticed too, they have the same issues because they're like, we're trying to help y'all, but we can't. We all know
because
what
I
the
think it's a
issue is.
TRC issue.
Yeah, but
It's bigger than them.
That's what I'm saying. So they can only do what they can in their capacity, and which they have said we can try harder, we can do this, and we can do that.
So then, since they know that they can't deliver, why don't they just lower the rates? I
you
mean,
have
I
to
don't
ask them
mind.
that.
I don't mind that they can't deliver, but then give me what I'm getting. Give me dollar for value. Give me value for dollar. That's all I'm saying.
I only know Digicel because of my phone plan. This is personal,
Mm-hmm.
not from there. Digicel has lowered their rates because my bill is not as high as it used to be. So
Okay.
that's a step. I can't speak for the other companies, but I have Flow and Digicel. Not Flow, Digicel for my internet, and my bill has gone down.
Again,
Okay.
bash them.
Go ahead, please.
Bash.
I mean,
Again, bash.
go ahead.
Well, the telecoms, again, bash them. Because numerous times I've been in forums sitting with EC and people hearing the same foolishness. Do you know that the BVI is practically an internet hub for the Caribbean and the Americas? There's
They explain
no
that as well.
reason
Thank you.
why we can't deliver other than greed. Or the
Greed.
fact that you're trying to milk the cow. They're milking us.
I mean,
For example, there's no reason that you could reach the capacity and not upgrade to meet the demand.
Thank you.
Correct.
When last has the BVI really upgraded to meet the demand, other than Flow? Try anything before Irma.
Keyword trying.
trying.
And then now they're saying they've been doing something. I guess we've all seen the floor workers.
Yeah.
They've been doing something. With
Isn't that-
it's been fiber, something to do with
But
fiber. I
isn't
can't
that so
remember
that they could
clearly.
deliver Flow TV to
Yeah,
all
and
these
then
areas?
it's gonna have.
All the cables are supposedly changing to
Yeah,
fiber
and
for
yeah,
faster network.
I have a
so,
problem
and they're
with that
all
Flow
working.
TV thing
They're
because-
all working together to try to do certain things. Apparently, they collaborate in some.
Yeah,
instances.
CCT has been out doing the same thing
And
too.
CCT is working on apparently a 5G something. So.
My problem with that Flow TV vibe is, matter of fact, the whole setup. You got to pay for a landline.
Correct.
Let's just talk about the whole structure of the thing. You got to pay for a landline.
Right.
And before you could get out of you got to get a landline, then you have to pay for your DSL. So you're paying for a phone that you don't really use.
Right.
And I'm telling you, you need to have that in order to get
yeah.
DSL.
Right.
That's how they've been all the time, though. That's the problem. I think they're just sticking to what they've been doing.
A
this whole
culture,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when they could
If you see,
deliver.
what old people say, if you see a donkey, you ride it. Them riding.
And I
with-
think that's the thing, because they could deliver better service in other regions.
And let me add on top of that.
Why can't we get the same here?
For Flow TV, that's another fee
Yeah.
on top of that. Why up to this day we can't get bundled packages for services?
And real bundle. A real bundle.
A real bundle.
You know, a real bundle.
I mean, you're doing cell phone, you're doing internet, you're doing television. Why can't I make
Yeah.
them bundled?
Well, I've asked this question, and I only asked it to one company. I'm not going to name the company, but the company does say that I should come in and get my bundle package.
Oh.
Because apparently they are doing it. People need to ask the question.
Why?
Which is
So why is
terrible
it a
because they need to.
secret?
Here is where I'm
Right,
going, because
correct.
they're saying if you go on their website, it's there. So it probably needs to be more public, and they need to do a better job
So
of informing
basically,
the people.
they
Well,
don't.
if
they
I
don't,
have a CCT phone already, if I have a phone from a telecommunications company already, what is the purpose of me going on their internet
Thank
and
you.
browse their
to
thing if
see
I
the
already
packages.
have it?
Right. Advertise what you're offering. Let
Send
the
it to
people
me
know.
like you just send a text to tell me come by Ramon Bar every Friday. It's the same thing. Send me the
It's
same
the
thing.
equivalent of. There's another culture in the BVI that people feel that they can't get a refund for service not rendered.
Yeah.
When
Right.
it comes to the telecoms,
Right.
that need to be advertised.
You know, you looking at me like I'm supposed
You're the enemy right now.
No, I don't know what the hell you're watching me like. I can't answer these
Too much.
questions for
Look,
you.
look. See, normally Robbie is the one who the BVI.
No, you,
I can hold a strain.
You need to
can't
go
do all
back
this-
there and record
I
and
refuse
stop
to see all this kumbaya, my
I'm
lord,
telling
on this
you.
table.
no,
No.
because what I did say, we gave them a platform to speak.
Right.
You can't come and ask me certain questions saying, why did you go and ask them yourself?
You represent. I've been there, done that.
You were there.
Okay,
Victor.
so I was there, yes, and I planned a pretty good event, I should say. We worked hard. The event was really nice.
Oh,
I
so
can
that's
show you
why
all the
it was
pictures.
nice. That's why it was
First
nice.
of all, we worked hard and we did that stuff and
You
we
did
brought all of them.
It was Vintage.
So-
It was
You
Vintage
did an
baby.
awesome job.
No, because what we did, like I said, effective telecommunication for BVI corporate services. I can only speak on that aspect.
Well,
because
I-
that's
for-
what.
We need it for the whole
Oh,
territory.
for years,
though.
I can't do
Services,
that. For
not-
years, I have been fighting for effective services for the public.
For the public.
Okay,
I think
I've
the
sat
public
in
needs
meetings
it.
with the TRC. I've sat in meetings with
Okay,
CCT,
Blake.
Digicel,
Blake.
and Flow.
Like, how about you go and try to do your forum on that as well? But see, my job, they pay me for financial services, so that's what I'm gonna do.
You said she was plus on me.
Because
let me-
no, I'm
she-
just saying
she
because you can make this general, you can make this all general, and I understand what you're saying, but don't ask me no questions like that.
I want her to lies.
I don't work for the company.
No, I want her to lies and tell Ayo.
There's no lies. It's public information. Like everything they said is their pack. Like they're informing. This is what
They
they
just
can
said
do.
what they normally
And you-
been saying.
you-
The same,
mental forms,
the
we
same
host-
rhetoric.
That's on them. That has nothing to do with us. But what I'm saying
It
is,
does if you're
Shh,
falling.
shh, shh,
If you're falling for it.
Listen. Anyway, all forums, and you've been one of
Promises
those
are a
people, and I
comfort
can
to a
actually say you've
fool.
actually been one of those persons that have. Remember when you mentioned you get up and say what you have to say at our forums. That's how it works. So you say whatever they say. Not gonna say everybody fell for it, but people are like, okay, that was nice. But this is what's happening. How are you going to...
Right, we
you
want
give them
reality.
Yeah, so
Deliver.
this is a platform for people who say they have the issues, who don't get a chance to speak up as much as they... We provide a platform for them to come and say, this is how I feel, how can you help me? And it's good that you have the head, the top person of the company there to say, okay, this is my problem, how can you fix it? For a company that has to deal with God knows how many things every day,
Right.
all over the world at the same time. How can you not, we need to we're BVI, we're one of the top jurisdictions. We need to stay there. And this telecommunication that we have right now isn't working. How can you help me?
Okay.
Boom,
we'll-
3:15 in
We'll
the
wait
afternoon.
and see.
3:15 in the afternoon. Sorry, we're going to take a break real quick to pay some bills. Got my man Blake here chilling.
He'll be
sitting
back.
next
He's going
me.
back to his camera seat.
Blake
Love
doesn't
you,
have a
Benta.
camera seat. Blake just stands up.
He just getting thrown
needs to get paid
around.
But anyway, guys, it's 90.9 FM in the BV. Oh, wait, that's so wrong.
Get it right.
It's 3:15 p.m. in the BVI on 90.9 FM. Caribbean Superstation Pulse VI. We're going to take a quick break. Our guests are already here.
Woohoo!
They
The
look either
celebrities,
super
the
tired or super
VG
cloudy.
VG celebrities.
I don't know which one it is, to be honest, because they're from VG. You never know what's going on, and they do agriculture. So you never know what's going on.
All I know
but-
is on Facebook, all the VG women like, yeah.
Yes! Yes!
To all the VG girls listening, we are sorry we couldn't go live on Facebook due to what? Oh, there it is.
Technical
difficulties
with
from our
telecommunication.
telecommunications.
Yes.
That Benta defended.
That bit. So we'll be right back, guys. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Blake, want me choppy?
Pulse VI.
Pulse. Hey, we are back.
And we have Mr. Arringdell and Triston Creque in the house. VG
Yeah,
celebrities. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are well loved. My God. What's that about?
Well, I guess it's all about the hydroponic farm that we have.
Okay.
It's called AgriParadise,
Okay.
which means agriculture paradise. Sorry about
Agriculture in paradise, right?
right.
Okay. We got that.
Yeah, and mainly it was derived from the farm that we had called Paradise Poultry.
Okay.
Yeah, just if anyone think about the British Virgin Islands, the first thing you think about is paradise.
Right.
So we wanted to kind of connect those names with agriculture and paradise.
So on the Paradise Poultry, you did only
Poultry.
poultry.
Yeah, it was just
Okay. Okay. And how long were you doing that?
I think about 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, well, 5 years. We were just getting into it. We were just figuring things out.
Yeah.
And we all know what happened after that.
Yeah.
Irma.
That bad woman.
Yeah. Actually, we had 3 buildings
Oh,
for the
wow. Mm-hmm.
poultry farm. 2 for the poultry, and 1 was a processing facility.
Okay.
And the day before Irma, we had just finished framing a greenhouse, probably more than twice the size of the building that we have right now
Wow.
for the greenhouse. And Irma took everything down.
Wow.
So it
But
was-
you're still here?
Yeah, we here.
Hey. Hey. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, for those of us who don't know what you do or what type of produce you grow and how it's grown, give us a little history of that. Give us a history about you guys, your background.
Yeah, because
And
I want to
did
know
this come
how
about?
did it even
Yeah.
come about that
Yeah.
you guys started the first
Post-
company
with
with the poultry?
Yeah. How
Oh,
did
with
that
the, with the
come about?
poultry, well, as for me, I was into bird fighting, or what we would call cockfighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of figured out that the books wasn't adding up. So I decided, actually, I used to visit Mr. Creque up on the farm.
You guys have the same name.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
cousins, we are friends, we
Oh,
are
this
business
guy.
partners.
Cousins.
We
Yeah,
were gonna
everything.
ask, yeah.
So I used to visit him from time to time, and if he would go away, he would, leave me to water his plants and stuff like that, So by going up there, we would engage in constructive conversations and stuff like that, and the thought came up where we mentioned that, how about trying a poultry farm? So I used to rear chickens, and I kind of had an idea, so I was kind
Right.
of confident about it, and we went ahead and we started. It wasn't the easiest startup, but we made it happen.
It was very expensive.
And
Very, very.
Did you guys ever get to the point where your poultry was in the grocery stores locally and stuff like that?
We actually sold our birds at Buck Supermarket,
Okay.
Rosie Supermarket.
Okay.
One time we did it at Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So we were actually getting around.
You were just about to blow up when
Right,
the lady
exactly.
appeared.
Correct.
Yep, and the day before Irma, we was just getting ready for the season.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it was in
September.
September, right? So we were getting ready for the upcoming season. So the freezers were packed,
Yeah.
and we had just purchased a nice walk-in freezer
Wow.
for like $12,000.
Yeah. They cost about that much.
Yeah, yeah.
They cost about that much.
Wow.
And Irma took that and made it nothing.
Just casually just tossed it in a bush.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So
so as soon as we could get back to the farm, most likely all we saw was we had some chest freezers filled with chickens. We had about 2,000 birds. 'Cause we were prepared for the season.
Right.
Wow.
And, well, Irma came and just destroyed everything. So the most we could do was salvage some for ourselves and our family because everything was on shore at that point.
Right.
And basically gave the rest away to persons.
Okay.
As we saw them, we would tell them, they're still frozen.
Yeah.
Just go and take
Prepare
Because
them.
they're
Take
gonna
what-
waste anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Just take whatever you want.
But what we were hoping for is the greenhouse that we framed up. We were hoping that the wind would just blow through it because it's just bare frame.
Yeah.
We were saying, okay, well, if Irma blow down these buildings, at least we have this greenhouse that we can start with.
Right.
But it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, I think we all had this whole idea of what Irma was going to be, and
Right.
when we woke up, we just saw something totally different.
I'm saying,
I don't know if we had a show where Irma wasn't even mentioned.
Yeah.
I can't think of one. I don't know if Blake could think of one because he edits the videos. He has to watch these interviews twice over.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have even had a show where we can't mention Irma.
Yeah,
And even though it's past a
She's
year,
part of
it'll
our
probably be
lives,
for the
but-
next 5
yeah,
years.
she's part of
Until
our
things really
lives. Yeah.
get back going.
Yeah.
My question to you guys is: are you going to start doing poultry again, or is that something you're doing now, or thinking about it?
That's actually a popular question. that-
yeah.
Well, I bet
we ask.
if you started
is.
off doing that, yeah.
But we do intend to look at it again, but for now we want to give our full attention to
Right.
what we're doing so that there's no change in focus.
True.
So
True.
once we get this to where we want to get it,
Right.
then we can look at either getting into it ourselves or we might have the resources to invest in someone
Right.
else's
Right.
product.
So you take care of this first, and then when
Right.
things get up
Right.
and running, you got some profit going, and then you could look into it. Okay, I got it.
but
I got it.
I don't think we can give that up because, I mean, we went through so many trials and tribulations with that poultry farm. There were times we start processing like 5:30 in the morning, and we wouldn't leave until the next day. That's when that's when we had just started, and we were just figuring things out.
Right.
So in doing that, I mean, it was a long process.
So that's
Yeah,
like
man, some
24
sleepless nights.
hours.
I'm sure
24
with a
hours on the
situation
farm.
like that, or that
Wow.
setback really teaches y'all a lot. Like
Yeah.
especially going into this,
Yeah, it did.
this new step in life. Like you can see where you can go wrong even before you
Right.
start on
Yeah.
this next one.
But I feel like it was part of the journey, to be honest. I look at it as training. It prepared us for what we're actually doing right now.
Right.
So it's like it's nothing that we have never seen before.
Right. Exactly.
So it's just troubleshooting as we go.
yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
So, you have the farm. When did you start back with the farm fully? Because I'm quite sure you had to go through the process of, getting things set up and what was that process like, and where are you now?
Well, moving forward, after the storm, we both were engaged in assisting in helping clean up the communities and stuff like that. So in January, we came together, we spoke, and I was just checking to make sure he was still ready to go,
Yeah,
He
man,
wasn't
I won't give up
because-
like that.
because the hurricane, you could change your mind.
Yeah,
You
that
might-
could change
you
your
might-
mind. Yeah,
You
definitely.
might not want to
Yeah.
invest any money not
Right.
knowing what's around the corner. But I asked him once, and he was like, "Let's go." So I know he was ready.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
So did you guys have, this could be a personal question, insurance on your farm that you were able to fall back on, or you guys had to start from scratch?
unfortunately, we had no insurance,
Okay.
so it is basically a status quo.
Right.
We both have jobs besides the farm, so it's personal savings
Okay.
invested into the farm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, not, like you said, growing pains. So
It is.
Yeah.
Right.
So you learn some lessons. We all have. Yeah. Yeah. So how many employees did the farm had prior to Irma? And now that you're back, is it just you two guys doing all of this, or you have some persons there helping you guys out? What's the day-to-day like?
Well, for the poultry farm, we would take care of the day-to-day
Okay.
task.
Okay,
You know,
wow.
get up there at 5 in the morning and do what you have to do before you have to go to work. On days that we would process birds, we would get additional help.
Okay.
Currently, it's just me and him right now.
Wow.
We do hope as we grow, we can get additional persons, you know, to join the team.
No. Your mic sounds like it's breaking up, so I was just looking.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the good thing about this farm is that it's not as labor intensive like the poultry farm.
Right.
So basically, we have everything automated.
Okay.
So it's on timers and pumps and stuff like that. So we probably would just go up, check the numbers, just look around, make sure everything is good, and we just keep it moving until it's harvest time.
Right. So, like, you guys have like, what's in your farm right now, and like, how is harvest time?
Currently, we have our all-star lettuce mix. Currently, we have our all-star lettuce mix.
Okay.
And we just started growing arugula.
Oh, okay.
So we tried that for the first time.
Okay.
And we also grow microgreens,
Okay.
which Tristan is about to give a little sample right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
we
that
brought
looks
some-
good.
Yeah, we brought some samples for you guys. You can
Ooh,
see
that
what's
looks
happening.
good.
Let me just open it up.
And I like the packaging.
Thank you.
Nice.
So what you're seeing is our all-star lettuce mix.
Okay.
You can check it out.
That looks like what I buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a mix. What's in there? It's
Nah.
about 5 different varieties of lettuces. I think
Okay.
it's a red leaf
Okay.
and green leaf, red and green oak leaf. You have red and green romaine, and we also have the Lolo Rosa in there.
Okay.
So it's basically a salad.
Right. It's a personal
It's
salad.
a personal salad, right? So all you
Nice.
need to do is add some dressing to that, and you're good to go.
Wow.
So if you see this in the store, you just grab it, go grab some salad dressing, and you're good to go.
Okay.
Very good idea.
Yeah, we also have some arugula,
Nice.
a little
Yeah.
spicy.
A little spicy, yeah. But it gives you a little kick.
It gives you a little
It's like a
It's a
spicy
hole.
lettuce.
It's a spicy like this. Even if
Yeah.
you did right now, you
Right.
could taste the spicy.
Yeah.
So-
spicy, strong.
It's
Yeah.
a little kick.
We also grow some microgreens.
Okay.
This one is
Explain
called
that
the pea shoot. See with the curly tendrils. A lot of high-end chefs use it.
Yeah.
Very decorative.
Right. For
Very-
garnishing.
Right,
It's,
garnishing and
it's
stuff
actually
like that.
very pretty.
Right, you
Yeah.
can use it in sandwiches, or you can even add it in salads.
Salad, yeah.
Okay.
Very nice. And
The tendrils, it has like a nutty taste. So
So it's perfect, like a little dressing to the salad. Just a
Right,
little. Yeah.
And these mini ones you see right here, that's a spicy mix that we created.
When you
It's,
say created,
Well, we blended the seeds together.
Right.
We made that, so we
Oh,
call
nice.
we call it AgriParadise Micro Mix, All-Star Micro Mix.
I love it.
Yeah. So what is in there is you have the amaranth, red amaranth, you have arugula, kale, kohlrabi, mizuna, broccoli, red acre cabbage, red and green mustards. So all that
The
stuff is
seeds
in
will
there.
actually crossbreed?
No.
Okay.
They just
right.
mix
So-
it,
no,
they just
no,
mix
no,
it
together.
together.
Gotcha, gotcha. I was just
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is something way different than what I'm thinking. Like,
That's pretty cool.
So it's pretty, yeah. It's very, it's loaded with nutrients and antioxidants. Very nice.
Wow.
and
Wow.
one of the best things about it is we use no preservatives, no herbicides.
No pesticides as well.
right.
Right.
None
That's
of that stuff
important.
is added in there.
Okay.
So when you
Yeah.
get it, usually when we bring it to you, it's cut within the hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So
you,
fresh,
so you get
fresh
it at
to
its
be.
freshest
The
point.
highest
Wow.
quality. That's what you're getting right there.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm a salad lover. So I feel like
I
I,
love the
need
fact
this
that,
right
this
now.
is happening, especially when I think like a couple months ago we were talking about I couldn't remember who was on the show, but we were talking about how we wish that more BVI landlords would get into agriculture.
Yeah.
Right.
The cancer show.
And this,
It had to be in the cancer show. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And this is a good way for us to start the next segment.
This is yeah,
Right.
it is. It really is. But guys, we're gonna take a quick break. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. You're here with Pulse VI, the Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM. We'll be right back. You're gonna pay some bills and come back.
Pulse VI.
Pulse.
We're back.
Okay, so what I want to ask you guys is how big is this farm? That's my first question. And how exactly, I know you've talked about, your poultry before and now your agriculture. What made you literally decide, hey, we're not going to pick up the poultry. we're gonna just do we're gonna do crops and farm and veg, literally.
Well, not going back on Irma again, but
Yeah, you have. Yeah, it's inevitable.
Irma did a lot,
Right.
caused a lot of changes. So when Irma came and destroyed the poultry farm, we already had a lot of the material to build a greenhouse.
Okay.
So we just used some of the material from the poultry farm, like some of the wood and stuff that we had, and built the greenhouse with it.
Okay. So how big is the greenhouse now?
The greenhouse is actually 17 feet by 45 feet, so 765 square feet.
Not bad.
That's a
But we're able to maximize it in terms of we can grow at a given time 3,000 plants.
Yeah, just about, because we are actually utilizing like the vertical space opposed to the
As
horizontal
opposed-
space.
right.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's very smart.
yeah.
So, currently, about how many businesses do you supply stuff, produce to on a regular?
Quite a few. I mean,
Okay.
we just started, but we're getting around. So right now we deliver to Lady Sarah Market.
Okay.
That's on Main Street next to the DeCastro building.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just had lunch there. It
Yeah,
was
it's
great.
great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Today
You guys
was,
should
I
check
think,
it out.
First Saturday was today. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of the best salad on the island. We
Of
also,
course it is.
Is that
yeah, we also had Shea Bamboo. You guys
Okay.
familiar with that on Virgin
Yeah.
Gorda?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Coco Meyer, Top of the Bats, Mosquito Island, Nicker Island.
And Leverett Bay, of
Leverett Bay,
course.
yeah.
Not-
I don't know. I forgot those guys. Stanley and those guys. Shout out to you guys.
yeah.
So y'all supplying the big dogs.
We getting around, and just amazing to see the support that we are getting, and we really appreciate that.
Well, hopefully you guys get even more support after this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before we went to break, we talked about the importance of agriculture in the territory, especially after Irma. We don't want to talk about it. It's always something that's discussed in the House of Assembly ongoing. The local farmers have been crying out for a while. So give us your spiel on that. Like, how important is it to the growth of the territory, and how big do you see this going? You guys just recently started, and you just named off a whole bunch of customers that you're dealing with. So how big do you see this growing, especially if there's maybe 3 of you on VG and 3 of us on Tortola and 4 of us on Anegada and a couple on Just Van Dyke? How big do you see it going in terms of the territory outside of the territory? Like sending to St. Thomas and St. Croix and neighboring islands?
That's definitely a possibility. That's something we did in the BVI once before. So if we could do it back then, why can't we do it now?
I'm with you.
Yep,
You know,
definitely.
What do you think it would need to get us there?
attention.
Yeah. And the support.
Yep,
And
Continuous
support, right.
support.
definitely.
Because at the end of the day, if we don't buy from them, then how would they get to be able to do that?
Right, right. So we want to support you guys. Where can we get this stuff? I know you're delivering to all your personal clients, the businesses. But for me, a salad head, where can I get this fresh stuff? Because I would prefer to have this fresh stuff than what I'm buying.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, we've been getting that question a lot, but it's coming soon. We're actually
great.
finalizing the label design, so we can have a nice packaging, so it can be recognized.
Correct.
Known. I mean, being that it's from the BVI, we want you guys to know that hey, this is from the islands.
Awesome.
So so probably in a month time, or probably
Okay.
less,
Okay.
but we're coming. You guys are gonna get that fresh stuff.
That is great.
So with you're saying deliveries now, we're here. We're on the mainland. So now how, let's say I wanted a week's worth. Like I wanted a packaging, like, the big bag of salad that we normally get. It lasts like a week. Yeah, So how do I get that amount? And basically, how are you guys going to work out, okay, someone's individual, someone wants to buy it. Claudia wants it, Robbie wants it, I want it. How do we say, oh, you got 3 different, do we go pick it? Like, have you, I'm so technical about certain things and then I don't drive as well. So there's a lot of like, how do you have you guys thought that far ahead or?
Yeah. Actually, we are trying to not like be running around to individual
Right.
persons. That's why we are trying to get it in the supermarket.
Stores,
right.
And then we would advertise it, and everyone would just go to the supermarket or whatever, and they
And
can get
from
it right there, right?
Yeah, that would be it.
I'm
I
kinda
mean, once
hooked
they
on the
once they get
packaging.
that deal, especially one over here in Tortola, where they get that big supermarket store, that would be awesome.
I'll just
Yeah.
chime in.
Always
You
chime in.
guys should look into getting an app.
All right.
Okay,
Get
sounds
local
good.
orders from the BVI and just work out a partnership with the boat to send it up.
Okay,
There you
something to look into.
That's an excellent
See?
idea.
Use technology.
Yeah.
He just mentioned technology, which is pretty great because we've been talking about technology in the fintech era, Blake. So Harry, I know when I was reading the bio for you guys, basically you said you combined agriculture and technology. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay, like Tristan was saying earlier,
Yeah.
we basically go up there, go to the farm, and we monitor. So we have a monitor to tell us what the pH of the water is, what the dissolved nutrients, which is referred to as a ppm, and temperature. The ppm parts per million, and the temperature of the water. So once we have those within range for that particular plant, then we know we're doing something right. Other than that, if something goes wrong, then it's like we have to talk to a plant that doesn't speak English because we have to know what's wrong and basically diagnose the problem before we lose the entire crop.
That's a lot of work.
Have you lost any crops?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay. Some
You know,
trial and error.
growing
Yeah,
pains.
we aren't any hydroponics or anything of that sort. So, it's trial and error. So we
Right.
have to go through that process.
So you guys, with the technology piece, you guys just taught yourself this, or is this something that came from your educational background, or did you just Google and trial and error and
Exactly. It was all self-taught. A lot of YouTubing, Googling, reading.
I think we spent probably like a year because before we actually started, we did a lot of research.
Right.
I think I watched like every YouTube video there on mainly the NFT system and the deep water culture system. But
Okay.
we chose the NFT because it's less water,
Right.
a little bit less hassle.
Okay. So you guys have some big water tanks. You collect water and that's what
Right.
you do?
We have some big main tanks, yes, but there's a reservoir that feeds the plant,
Okay.
right? So what happens is the pump takes the water from the tank, takes it up to the plants, wets the roots, and it goes back to the tank. So the plants, what they do is they take up whatever they need. Right. And what they don't want, it goes back to the tank for
Okay.
future feeding.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So for me, I'm a regular old style backyard farmer.
Is that what you're gonna say?
I'm trying to see like how I could get to a different level.
Yeah.
Because I'm a backyard farmer. Like I plant sweet potatoes and bananas,
Nice.
okras, pineapples. So I need to figure out like how I could get to a place where I don't have to be handheld like this because I don't have the time because I work all day.
About $375 could get you a little
NFT system.
So
setup.
I'm gonna be tapping in. I'm gonna be tapping into you guys.
Okay, no problem.
Because I need to start with like a little planter box. You see what I'm
Sounds
saying?
good,
I'm just
sounds
gonna
good.
start small and have my own little stuff. But I'm gonna still support your stuff because I'm growing different things from you.
Right.
Okay? Okay.
What about fruit? Do you guys have any fruit or plan on, no?
In the future.
In the future,
Definitely.
Right.
In the future, yeah.
because
I could
I
see
don't know if you,
strawberries working.
I can see papayas. Y'all see the amount of papayas after Irma that started
Yeah.
sprouting
Yeah,
everywhere?
yeah. Saw those.
The funny thing about that is, on our farm, we had a papaya tree, and it was bearing like crazy.
Yeah.
Alma came and took it. and didn't
probably
replace
why-
it.
It hasn't been replaced?
It was never replaced.
Oh, okay.
So because wherever we drive, like whatever I'm on the road, on the highway, you're going up Great Mountain, you're going wherever, I always see a small spot of papaya. By my place, we have a papaya tree everywhere. I have papayas to my house, like I literally have 2 or 3 big papayas
Yeah.
from a tree down, down yonder. Somebody came and said, oh, yeah, it's a papaya. It's ridiculous. I don't know if that's something, I don't know, that's just me thinking ahead. But in the future, I look forward to it.
Yeah, so what do you guys think is next outside of what you're already going? Do you have in mind what your next product will be? Have you started?
Yeah, we've been brainstorming a bit, but we want to focus on what we are doing right now.
Okay.
So that we are not all over the place.
Yeah.
And so that we are able to supply consistently.
Right.
So right now we are focusing on that lettuce mix and arugula, along with the microgreens for now.
Okay.
And as we grow, then we start to focus on
Is
different.
Get some
Excellent
mint in
idea.
there too, because mint sells like
Yes.
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of herbs and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Mint sells like
Mint,
crazy.
what it's called a bee. It's like a mint.
Oh, basil.
Basil.
Basil, yeah.
Basil also.
It's a
yeah.
popular
I
one.
sound like
yeah.
I sound so unknowledgeable.
I would
I
buy
cook-
local basil because I
Yeah,
cook
I
with
would-
basil a lot. So.
And you
Yeah.
and you see that everywhere. Yeah, I went Cooper Island and it's just in
Basil?
their yard all over.
Right.
The purple ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a parsley gal.
Same. I do
You
both
know,
of
a lot
them.
of parsley.
I'm one of
Parsley,
those people that
oregano,
cook
and
and just
basil.
put parsley everywhere.
It makes it look
Yeah.
pretty, right?
Exactly. Anyway, guys, it's 3:45 in the BVI. You're here with Arringdell and
You gotta
Tristan.
tell them to call in. Get ready to call in.
Hey, I thought we were going to do it after. I'm sorry. So you do it. You do it. You give the honors then.
Okay,
You do
so
it.
since Robert can't do his job, I'm gonna do it for him.
Oh, okay.
So what's gonna happen is these lovely gentlemen have brought a gift for you guys. So the number, we're gonna share the number once we get back. So everyone tuning in, be ready to dial in. The first person to dial in wins the prize. So just stay tuned, and we shall be right back.
Pulse VI.
Guys, Pulse VI, we're back. We're here with Arringdell and Tristan from AgriParadise.
Yeah.
AgriParadise, that's correct.
I remember.
AgriParadise.
I got it right this time.
And don't forget the VG.
Guys, these guys, listeners, pulsers, these guys came today prepared to give you a certificate for Lady Sarah's Restaurant. They're doing a brunch on the 21st of October. So just letting you guys know, if you call in right now, 342-8513. 342-8513. Literally, the first caller wins. So if you call a second time, don't even bother. You're not going to win. But yeah, well, the next 13 minutes goes on for the show. Call 342-8513. First caller wins Lady Sarah's gift certificate for the brunch on the 21st of October.
Courtesy of AgriParadise VG.
Courtesy of AgriParadise VG.
Oh!
Boom, bam, bam.
That was quick.
Barely
Okay.
finished.
That means people are listening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Pulse VI.
Good. Okay, so who do
What
we have on
up?
the line?
Hello,
Yeah,
can
who
you hear
am I
us?
speaking with?
Frank Providence.
Who?
Frank Providence.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Frank?
I'm doing all right.
Now, let me ask you a question. You know any of these guys?
No,
You just call it for that certificate.
so far.
Well, that's fine, man. Frank, the certificate is gonna go out to you. It's coming from AgriParadise VG. Sorry, I'm not getting it right. But thank you for calling. Thank you for listening in on the show.
Frank, if you're on,
His name.
you could send us like a private message on our Facebook with your number, so we could organize to get it to you.
Okay, then.
All
Thank you.
right,
very
thank you
much.
for calling.
Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't know if we got a chance to even announce it well.
I know, right? Frank didn't win. Hey, shout out to Frank,
He
man.
didn't win.
Frank.
Hey, you know, it's so like Frank just come out of a bar,
Like
pick
I
the
just
corner.
said.
He like, you know, I'm gonna go home. Let me see what's on the radio. Hey, call blah blah. You like, you know what? Call right now.
I don't care. His fingers are fast.
Frank, you the man.
Okay, you're the man.
I should
Congratulations
probably
to
take
you,
down this
one more.
post off of Facebook now because
Probably
Frank already
should.
won it.
So we're gonna shout you out on Facebook too, Frank. You're kind of Mr. Popular right now. So you got the pretty, and it's a nice little envelope too, Frank.
Yeah, it's really cute.
So you guys were so generous. Look at you. You're nice. You're talented. You're smart. What else?
Yeah,
Gee.
this is what our what is this
28th?
28th episode
Really?
of, and I think you're one of the only two,
Yeah.
or is it three?
2.
No, what's her name? Treffel. Didn't she give away something?
Treffel did, and yeah.
Yeah, so we had.
Yeah, so
this is
yours is a
third.
third out of 28 to actually give away something on the
Yeah.
show. So we commend you guys, especially knowing what you went through and you know you're still here.
Yeah.
You're giving.
You're giving, and I think that's very
Very.
commendable.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I am too.
I'm a fan.
So what
Thank
I
you
want,
guys.
before we go, what I want you guys to talk about is I know that when I read your bio, you talked about possible having tours of your farm and stuff like that. So have you guys reached out to? I know it's just you guys and you're working full time and doing this part time, but doing it well. Have you guys reached out to any schools? Because I know a lot of the schools have been talking about, getting the kids into backyard gardening and all that stuff. Have you guys done any of that, any partnership like that, or where you are with the tour part of the farm?
Well, we haven't reached out to them as yet, but
Okay.
we believe that our kids are the future. And Arringdell and I have spoke about constructing a nice little hydroponics system at the schools.
Okay.
But what we've had is a lot of teachers have reached out to us.
I could
We
imagine.
haven't had a chance to reach out to them. They came to us, and they want some tours, and we're definitely going to do that for our kids.
Okay, great. And hopefully we could organize something in the future.
Yeah,
because
no problem.
At least be there and see it.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah,
can't
man,
wait
we-
to see
we
it.
definitely want to get a lot of kids into agriculture.
Okay, has anyone from the agriculture department reached out to you guys?
Well, but not as yet. I think probably they've been hurt by Irma as well. So
Right.
everyone is trying to recover, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure in the future they will.
Okay.
They will have to.
I want to know what Arringdell has to say. I want to know what Arringdell has to say.
Inside joke, obviously.
So what you're not telling us, Arringdell?
It is what it is.
The agriculture department is always welcome.
I mean, because
That's the way to
because
keep it diplomatic.
Right, and we want to grow this thing, right?
Yeah.
And you guys have actually done something and proved that it could work. I mean, the proof is right there.
Yeah, you can.
So, and because you guys are so giving, I know you want to extend the olive branch and, take this
Right.
to the next level because it's bigger than you guys, it's bigger than all of
is.
us. It's for the territory. So,
Yep.
and I could see that in you guys, the passion.
Yeah, we deserve the best here in the British Virgin Islands, so why not give it?
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
Y'all
Thank
like
you.
a lot of awesome songs.
So another thing is with the tours, have you guys, and again, I'm just always, my head runs a million miles. Would you guys be doing like cruise tours, the cruise ships, the tours of
like
your
tours.
farm
Yeah,
and
tours.
stuff like that? Would that be something that you would develop in the future also?
That is something that we've spoken about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Currently, we still have some debris
Of
on
course.
site.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just the two of us to clean it up.
So, then
it's taking some
So
time.
we need to organize like a cleanup with one of those groups that's doing cleanup and stuff like that to come out and
Yeah,
help
that-
you
that
guys
would be
get
great.
it ready.
That would be
Hey,
great.
I have
We
some
would
connections
acknowledge
now.
that.
I could reach out to someone that organized the cleanups. She goes on all the different islands and does cleanup. So since Irma, so I could definitely put her in touch with you guys. She would
That-
love
that
to.
would
I'm
be
quite
great.
sure.
Yeah.
And I
Especially
would
knowing
too.
what it's for.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Do pulse for charity.
We're there. We're there. We're gonna make it happen.
All right,
We're
sounds
gonna
good.
make
It's
it
a good
happen.
idea.
Everybody, it benefits all of us, So
Yeah.
any way we can help. So before, we've got a couple of minutes left. Any last bits and talk to us. What do you want everyone
What would
to
you like
know
the
about?
public to
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
while you're here, while you have listeners, and we have people listening not only live on the show, but every Wednesday this video comes out, obviously,
Yeah.
and people watch the interview over again. So you have a chance now to just let the public know whatever you need them to know, whatever gets your business to grow,
And how to reach you.
and how to get in contact with
Yeah.
you.
Well, we can be reached via Facebook, AgriParadise VG. Our phone number is 543-0378.
Your number. He's going to give you a number.
Don't give up mine
My
alone.
number?
You gave my number. What about your number?
I love it. I love it. You're sharing the love, right?
Well, usually I would like Tristan to take the orders and I would deliver.
Okay.
And I would deliver. So
Do you guys keep track of things electronically?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everything is recorded digitally.
Okay.
So no.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
save the trees.
Okay. And anything you like to talk and like Robbie said that you like to, talk to the young people that's listening, because agriculture tends to be kind of dying in that age group. What can you do to encourage it, to make it? Because listen to you talk about it sounds exciting. You know what I mean? So what do you want to say to the young listeners out there, or to the parents of the young listeners, that this could be another way for them to engage them into some activities that, they could be excited about?
I think agriculture seems to be dying, or is dying, because we have a new generation. We have a technology generation. So don't get me wrong, the traditional methods are great, but kids are more into gadgets.
Right.
So to go out in the sun and stuff like that, you're going to have a hard time doing that. So things that, like the way we grow it hydroponically, they would more be interested in doing that because the results are very quick.
Right. As opposed to the older methods.
Right.
The older method, very excuse me.
Labor induced.
The older methods are very labor intensive.
Very.
So kids might, they
Yeah.
Attention span is
That-
very
A little different.
Yeah, but I think they would gravitate towards this method more than traditional, because the first thing in the morning when we get up, we tend to pick our phones up. They can do the same thing with this. They can monitor everything on their phone.
Right.
The numbers, they can basically everything with this technology.
Right.
So I think it's a good venture for kids to get into.
and,
Yeah.
and of course, agriculture does create entrepreneurs. So
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
you can be 17 years old, 15, 16, and you have your own business.
Isn't that
Right.
amazing?
Yeah.
It does that for you. So it creates job opportunities.
It's
and
also a
stuff like
stress
that.
reliever.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Actually, on our farm, to me, it's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
just listening to the water running, like a waterfall or something like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So that's what we get up there. So it's relaxing. We get to brainstorm and just relax.
And I feel like
It's
that's
fun.
all those key things are the things that you should tell the kids whenever they do come in.
Right.
We're gonna put that into existence that they come in.
Yeah.
So that's just something
Yeah,
that
they gonna be there
you
for
really
sure.
you really have to keep. Those things are very, very important and very
Those
key.
details are really,
Right.
really important, and let them know this is what this is about. It's not just
Right.
the old school, like what
Right.
Exactly right.
When you think agriculture, you think the first thing I think is like
Right, getting
Exactly.
dirty in the
Getting
soil,
up the dirt and
digging
doing
with
all
the
the-
pick and all of that stuff.
Getting
No.
Yeah.
sunburn.
Yeah, we could actually farm with a long sleeve shirt and a tie if we want. No, for real.
like
Right.
Yeah, it's
so
like
it's-
literally that
Right.
clean.
Clean,
You know,
nice,
so
nice.
this is exciting
That's
stuff.
that's,
y'all.
that's
No, I mean, a lot of people know I've worked in this is totally left field, but I've worked in a cannabis dispensary for 4 years.
Okay,
and
nice.
I have done both old methods and hydroponic.
right.
And you can't compare the two, especially having a modern mind and everything is just
Yeah.
gadget, the technology is right in front of you.
Right.
Then now you have these not what I call it, not refrigerators, but these little boxes now called Cedos that you can grow a plant in there for 3 months.
Right.
So it's like technology just keep coming and coming.
Keep
So I can't
advancing.
imagine
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they will have in the next 5 years. You know what I
Because
mean?
once it happens, you have to act.
Yeah, you have
Right.
to.
You have to adapt. You have to adapt. So I encourage everyone who's listening right now to start planting your own.
Hey.
I mean, don't take away from AgriParadise VG.
Nah, man, there's more than
Don't
enough for
stop.
all of us.
I just say, but it's as they say, it's therapeutic, and it benefits you. It benefits your pocket.
And it
any which way
creates
you
a
put it.
healthier community.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I would one day like to go into the store and only see stuff from
I would love it
AgriParadise
too.
VG,
Oh.
VG, you know what I mean? Like it's
That would be amazing.
everything that comes in from away, you don't know what's in there. So if I
have to
know that
look
these
at
guys
the-
don't have pesticides, I'm there. I'm all there for the organic stuff.
Yeah. And this is real organic, not the organic stuff you buy in the store that the type organic
like
and
the
we
label
really
organic,
don't
we don't
know.
believe it,
because
right.
You know what I
tell
mean?
you, and then now when I shop for certain things for veggies, like bell peppers exactly, I have to look at the numbers. Does it have 3 numbers or 4
Yeah.
numbers? I look, is it GM or is it not? Like, I kinda,
Yeah,
so
everyone
it's
is
nice.
health conscious.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
guys.
on the show. This
This
very
was
educational.
awesome.
Very educational. And it's very good to know that we have this
Something
business
like this
prospering
locally.
in the BVI locally.
With local people
with local
put in
people.
their
Yeah.
sweat
Hard
and
work in it.
toil into it. So yeah.
And,
But-
and this is just the beginning. We have a lot more in store, and it's going to be nice.
Well, whenever you have more to bring to the public, we're here for you. You're welcome back anytime with your products. You know, want to let the public know when you're going to the grocery store, whatever. Just let us
Let us
know.
know,
We'll
and we will.
spread the word. We're here for you.
Absolutely.
All right, thank
But
you.
you can only come back once you bring each of us one of these back.
No problem.
All right, Pulsars, thank you for listening. It is 4 o'clock in the BVI Caribbean Superstation 90.9 FM.
Hit us up on our social media pages.
There you
If you
go.
want to advertise with us, connect. We're here.
And don't forget to email us at pulsevi.wpe@gmail.com. See you guys later. Have a good afternoon, Binta.
We be the heart of the VA. Feel the pulse and you will see why. Where I from, we do it B.I.G. On each other, we could rely. Feel the pulse of the VA. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.